YouTube vinyl community, Tall Trees fans, random people on the internet. My name is Giggens, and we are here today to talk about the new Tall Trees album, Freedays, released on Joyful Noise Records. Tall Trees is the name of the project by Mike Savino, who can play a lot of instruments, but his weapon of choice is the banjotron, where it's used as a banjo, so it can be strummed, it can be picked, but he also uses it like a drum or a microphone. He's a very talented guy, and this is his first album on Joyful Noise. It's his debut with them, and it's an absolutely amazing album. I love it to pieces. This was a long time in the works. He put out his seasonal EP a couple of years ago, and that was an immense taste of what was to come on this thing. And that showed a lot of growth in his songwriting chops and his production skills, and was just the biggest tease ever until this album came out. Mike also plays in Kishibashi's band, where he plays guitar, bass, and banjo. But he really shines on his own too, so let's just jump into it because this album is fantastic. The first song on the album, Backroads, has this really atmospheric intro of, imagine sitting out on a porch at night with a big field in front of you and the stars above, and you hear animals in the background, there's howling, there's grasshoppers chirping, and then you get this nice little pitter-patter on the banjo skin, followed by this yearning, crawling banjo. And the lyrics are sung just above a whisper, but it's this really beautiful, tender song about forging your own path and doing your own thing and going where you want to go the way you want to do it and knowing what's right for you. And I feel like that's a really empowering song, especially when you're following your dream, like becoming a musician and having that be your full-time job. But, I mean, you can use that probably for anything, but, you know, maybe it is referencing his own life, but it could also be used for other people's lives who aren't musicians. You know, doing your own thing is important. But it's got this really bouncy percussion in the background, billowing oboes come in and out. It's a great start to a record that follows a very cohesive feel. You know, an album about discovery and doing things your own way, and love, and being comfortable with who you are. So, yeah, I think it's a great start to the album. A Place to Call Your Own is the next song, and it opens with these really steady acoustic guitars underneath this electric banjo flourishes. The chorus is a really good, feel-good sing-along type of chorus, accentuated by really heavy cymbal crashes, and a couple Beatles-esque chord progressions, which I think are cool. And the song itself, I get the impression the song itself is about watching a really good friend move forward with their life, having finally gotten somewhere or achieved something, or felt like they've hit the next step in the positive direction after maybe some hardship. You know, looking for a place to call your own. It's a big thing to find a place to call your own. So, you know, if that's a positive story, then I'm glad there's a happy ending to it, or a happy new beginning anyway. Being There is the lead single off this album, and it's a really, really fun, catchy song full of hand claps and a really great, smooth bass line underneath it. That banjotron is being picked and strummed and used as percussion all the way throughout, and it's so confidently sung and instantly hummable. It's one of his best tracks, and the breaks in the middle are so fun to keep up with, these random, cymbal crashes. And you just want to sing along with those yeah parts. Really super fun song. I absolutely adore that song. The video is super cool too. Music videos these days are so hard to come by that are actually interesting or fun to watch, and that one is really fun to watch. So highly recommend Being There on video. So okay, the next song, CLC. Very kind of like James Taylor, Paul Simon vibe opens this song. It's a really reflective ballad about leaving New York City and finding your own place out in the country, and remembering all the good times that New York City brought you. Riding the subways, hearing stories of traveling people, and looking forward to a new challenge in a new area, and kind of feeling out how you can watch yourself grow in a different place, and how that's a positive thing to move forward, and how change can sometimes be good. The song does develop into a really booming, uplifting ending, full of really sunny, swinging vocals, break guitars, and then just like that, it ends back to a very quiet ending. Great song. And then that closes side one. Side two is Lost in Time. has this really like fuzzy bass and lazily strummed guitars and this really nice walking pattern drum, and it really creates like a hypnotic feel. Um, you know, I really get the impression with the way that the vocals are sung so lightheartedly. It's almost like if you were on a boat in a lake somewhere, it's kind of like paddling really softly through the water, and your fingers are like just gently grazing the water a little bit. That's how I feel like the vocals are sung, and that matches so well on top of the music. It's also got this very like ELO type of Mr. Blue Sky solo, which I liked a lot. Definitely a fun song. Seagull X Eagle or Seagull times Eagle. I'm not really sure how that's pronounced, but excellent banjo picking. It's straight up reminding you that the banjo can also just be a banjo. It's a story about a seagull and an eagle and how their love may face many hardships, but that love knows no bounds, and no matter what, love will prevail. Kishibashi plays violin on this song, and it's again another great song. The Riverbend is this like kind of slightly brooding, ominous. Developing feel throughout the intro of the song before diving headfirst into this full-fledged rock frenzy, full of blasting drums, heavy riffs, and soloing, before being cut short completely and then left with more animal sounds. Which is a great way to get to the next two songs. So predictable. A very sweet song, very well-crafted harmony. The lyrics are about how we can always fall into our patterns. As Morrissey once sang, typical me, typical me. It also ends with a great loud rock outro, very fitting for the song. And the last song on the album, Freedays, the title track, it's a countdown. It's a countdown to waiting for that love to come home, and how each day is represented by a new feeling of yearning and wanting and just excitement. It's a very fitting closer to an album about yearning and love and discovery and never losing hope. No matter what. So, here's the back cover. So the cover itself is cool. Check that out. And it came on white vinyl. So I'll show you that. On Joyful Noise. The same label as Kishibashi. Yeah, I can't get enough of this album. I think it's absolutely awesome. And it was also preceded by a single, Backroads with Crystals of the Canyon, on a blue floppy disk, right? Flexi disc, which I will show you how that looks because it's very cool. It's like a see-through translucent blue, which I think they were limited to a certain amount of copies, so it might still be available. Talking is hard when you're excited about good music. To wrap it all up, Freedays really is a home run. I might be totally biased because I love the music anyway, and Mike is a super cool dude. But the album speaks for itself. Even if I've never met him or heard anything else by him before, I still think the music itself speaks for itself. It's meticulously crafted with each note and second carefully and lovingly respected. It's a body of work that acts as a snapshot, to stand the test of time. It's kind of a here I am now, encapsulated. It's one of those things you can look back on 20, 30 years from now and know exactly what you were going through at that period of time. And it's almost like this album's like a mission statement. The whole album is about discovery and being on your own and doing your own thing and proving to yourself that you can follow a dream and really do it and see it through and know that people also care about your dream and want you to succeed. And that's a really empowering feeling to have, especially, with anything in life. It's good to know that people can support you and say, hey, good job, man, you're doing it, That's a big deal. This album really sounds like you're in the passenger seat and this is on the stereo and Tall Trees is taking you on the journey saying, hey, you're getting in with me, we're going on this ride together, and it's going to be a blast. It's going to be so much fun, and we're going to have a great time, and we're going to learn about who we are in this crazy world and how we're going to move forward and be better people and follow our dreams. Never stop doing what you do, Tall Trees. To quote one of your own songs, I'm waiting for the day when you do come back again. So yeah, I cannot get enough of this album. For me, it's a 10 out of 10. It's an absolute blast of an album. It was well worth the wait. Very well crafted. Great harmonies, great vocals, excellent lyrics. I can't get enough of it. So that's my review. This has been Freedays. Freedays. Thanks, Tall Trees. Thanks for watching, everybody. My name is Giggens. This has been another album review. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.